All right, guys, here we go. Friday, Monday, whatever you want to call it. Back to work day. Went out of town for a couple nights with my wife, so I didn't get a chance to put out a video, but that's okay. Plenty of YouTube content out there to watch, which I'm going to touch on. What's up, Business 124? What's up, Olafale? And kickoff last night in the NFL, the lowly Cowboys nearly pulled off an upset, but Tom Brady did Tom Brady type things there at the end of the game. Was Tom Brady great at the end of the game, or was the Dallas defense just bad? I don't know. Guess it depends on what end of the spectrum you're looking at it from. But one positive coming out of that loss for the Cowboys is that they're in the East, and they played the NFL champions to the wire last night. Okay? And back to that, they're in the East. Okay? Remember that. Not very competitive. And Dak looked good, answered a lot of questions. Is he going to be able to play? Is he going to be able to be effective? Well, he was damn good last night. What's up, Trevor? What's up, Roman? What's up, Dave? PFD and the Hizzy. 7 days, Dustin. Friday. 7 days from today. 7 days from today. Don't leave me hanging at the airport. Got some Fleetwood Mac on. I might go to Lithium, see if I can find some grunge. But this is pretty chill. But anyway, fantasy season starts with the NFL season. Not a very good night for me, as I had one player going on one team against Neo, of all people. Ezekiel Elliott, who I didn't want. But drafting 8th, he fell to me, so I took him. And I really don't think he did much of anything last night, even though the Cowboys put up a lot of points. Speaking of that, I was facing CeeDee Lamb in one league and Chris Godwin in 2 other leagues. So let's just say I'm in a hole to start the week. So we got some comeback to do. But anyway, we'll talk about some YouTube content, not my own. And I really don't want to critique, and this isn't calling anybody out or anything. That's not what I do. But I got a chance to check out some new channels. I like to look at new content, people just starting off, see how they're doing. Maybe I might find it entertaining. You know, you get tired of looking at the same faces all the time. You know, you can only look at me, Dustin, Neo, Dakota, you know, so much, whoever you like. Well, of course, you can watch us as much as you want. But what I'm saying is, every once in a while, you know, check out a new channel. You know, they might only have 100, 200 subscribers, and they're looking to get started. Well, I like to do that. But one thing I would like to point out that I don't really like is when I don't mind predictions. I don't mind predictions when people want to make predictions on the market or on players or whatever. But I don't like the I was right, I told you so, especially when there's never any I was wrong. But I've been watching some content, and I just want to say that if people want to make predictions on the market and things like that, and I'm very bullish on the market myself, and I'm not telling anybody else to be, because I could lose my ass. I've been buying quite a bit of modern basketball. You see me posting it on Instagram. I posted a picture today of John Morant and Triple J. If you haven't been to Instagram, or if you don't follow me on Instagram, go, you'll see what I have. And if modern basketball doesn't hit a spike, I'm not going to make much money. I'm in safe. You know, I got in at the basement, so I really don't leave myself a lot of risk. But with all that being said, you can't assess the market and what it's doing or what it's going to do or what it has already done based on 1 or 2 search criteria. You can't base it around player A, card B, or brand A, player C, and say that's what the market's going to do, because that's one player and that's one card. And I'm seeing too much where people feel like, and it's a legit argument. Okay, well, modern basketball is probably not going to go up that much because the pop reports are very high. Pop reports being very high is a true statement if you're talking about 2019, 2018 Prism base and things like that. Pop report is not high if you're talking about other cards such as silvers or hollows or just optic in general, in comparison, mosaic. So you can't say pop reports are high and not specify what you're talking about. You then can't say that Zion has 20,000 Prism PSA 10, so the modern basketball card market isn't going to go up. Because that's one player of one card of one player. And I can tell you firsthand that his optic hollow has already seen a 50% increase. That was a $1,000 card. Now, last sale was $1,500 at auction. If 50% increase isn't a spike, isn't an increase in the market or an increase on a card of a player, maybe by your definition, it's not. Maybe a card has to double for it to be an increase to you. I don't know. Maybe an increase in an individual's eyes is different. To me, Michael Porter Jr., this is a base Prism, 2018, was $100 2 weeks ago. It's been $130 now. That's a $30 increase. That's 30%. Maybe in some people's eyes, 30% is a stagnant card. To me, 30% is $30 on my 100. You can't get that returned anywhere else. If I bought 10 of those for $1,000, I could cash them out for $1,300. $300 on my 1,000. Now, does that reward outweigh the risk for some people? Maybe not. But you can't say Zion has a ton of Prism base, so the modern basketball card market isn't going to go up. Maybe that card in particular isn't going to go up. Maybe the Luka Prism isn't going to go up, which we haven't seen much movement on it. Maybe the Tatum Prism isn't going to go up, which we haven't seen much movement on it. It still sits between $350 and $400. However, his optic hollow has gone from $700 to $1,100. That's a $400 increase. So if you go out telling people that the modern market isn't going to go up because said card of said player isn't moving, you're going to miss opportunities, yourself and others. You're just going to miss opportunities. And the opportunities could be very specific. And if you're generally talking about maybe 50 to 60% of the market might not go up, well, then that's fine. That's a fine assessment. But to say the market as a whole is just not going to go up is a bit of an extreme statement to make. But I got about 3 or 4 minutes before I got to take the long walk. It's not a long walk, but the walk into the casino. Dollar says I need to do more comic book investment content. The comic book market is down right now. In fact, I made an offer on a comic book 2 days ago. So I got a counter offer. I really didn't like the counter offer. And I didn't counter offer back out myself because this is a bit of a spec book. However, it's a personal collection book as well. But this comic book that I'm talking about, graded in a CGC 3. Now, it's a silver age. It's a 1968. Graded in a 3 was about $1,000 2.5 to 3 months ago. The same book is now $900 to $1,000 in a CGC 7. So you can get the same book in twice the grade for about the same price now. That's where the comic book market has kind of come now, especially on this book, because people were speculating on this book and the speculation didn't pan out. Just like with basketball cards, you can speculate on a comic book because you think this character is going to be introduced into the MCU, and then when it doesn't happen, the comic book goes down because it loses the hype. Just like a basketball player, this basketball player is coming into the season and he's going to blow up, and then he gets injured or doesn't do well, live up to the expectations, and then that card doesn't take off. The comic book and card market work kind of hand in hand like that. What's up, Michael Ham? How you doing? Dollar wants to know which book I'm talking about. Dollar, I really don't want to disclose the book because I don't want to say that it's an investment for people to go make, because honestly, it's not. It's a PC book for me, and it's a book that really could go up in price if this player comes, or this character comes into the MCU like people originally thought. If it does happen to happen, then this book will see massive spikes. If you follow me on Instagram, hit me on Instagram and I'll tell you what the book is. Jordan, what's up, Jordan? I checked my P.O. box yesterday, and I got the package from you. And honestly, I opened my P.O. box yesterday, and I had like 4 packages from viewers. Jordan, one package was the Chronicles football, which now I got to divvy out and send out to the winners from the live stream. And I got a couple other packages as well. I mean, I could do a P.O. unboxing on video on my channel. I just don't do enough videos to where if I did a P.O. box unboxing, you know, I'm giving up the time to content, you know, the time that I would do to put out something else. People have been speculating on Fantastic Four 48 through 50 for years, assuming Silver Surfer and Galactus eventually make it into the new movie. The thing about, but it's Silver Surfer and Galactus are epic characters anyway, to a point to where they'll have value. That's also the same thought for this person, but anyway, the book that I'm talking about is a Silver Surfer #3. It's the first appearance of Mephisto, but I like the book. I love the orange cover. I like the big Mephisto face, and I like that the Silver Surfer is like surfing right into it. That would be the one. With the wall, what's going on, man? Richard, how you doing? But yeah, guys, I can't see all of the comments. But anyway, that's my thing. I mean, I'm all for, and I really want to support new YouTube content creators. I watch their channels. There's 3 or 4 new ones I'm watching. And I personally don't put out a lot of predictions and things on what I think the market is going to do. I'm bullish on it. Take that for what it's worth. But I don't like to say, hey, this is what I predict, and I'm going to come back later and tell you if I was right or wrong, especially when you skew the data to where it's data that is going to make you look right. You know, you got to take a bigger picture. You got to take a bigger approach. You can't just pinpoint certain things, you know, and say they're not going to go up. I mean, right now I could say, let's see, Greg Oden. Right now I could say, hey, Greg Oden cards are never going to go up. And in 3 years from now, I could come and I could be like, hey, I told you Greg Oden cards would never go up. But that's because I pinpointed a specific card player and that has no chance of going up. And I told you that it wasn't going to go up. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead into work. I got to get in there, get started on my new week. I'm working a couple different days next week because I'm taking off at the end of the week to go to North Carolina and watch the Panthers beat the Saints. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me this morning. Hopefully I get a video out soon, and I'll be live streaming Monday. Take it easy. Have a good day, guys.